And a horrible hi to all you horror-happy idiots. Welcome now to the Vault of Horror. This is your narrator of nauseating novelettes, the Vault Keeper, ready to read another revolting regurgitation from my library of lecherous alliteration. This terror tome, this choice chunk of chilling charnel chatter is aptly entitled Cold War. And to make sure he gets the story straight, me, the Crypt Keeper, is with him. You are the one telling tales. They are always wrong. Relationships aren't about who's right or wrong. Look, do you remember how you felt about each other when you were newlyweds? You don't want to feel the same way you felt your marriage ceremony? Good. Then let go of what you find irritating about each other before it goes too far. Which is the kind of advice the young couple in tonight's tale should take. Their friends and lovers' social relationship is clogged between a rock and horrid place. I call this one Cold War. There was a biting frost in the late November night air which hovered about the last remaining fall flowers, bestowing icy kisses of death upon their shriveling petals. The leaves had long since left the trees, bearing their gnarled trunks to the coming winter winds, uncovering branches that reached skyward like twisted and satin-goat-racked fingers. There in that garden of gloom lay a petrol station which the husband Pohl Holt was planning to rob, and his wife Marius desperately tried to stop him.
Holt, don't be such a canalla. This ain't a good idea and you know it.
I don't know what a canalla is, and I don't fucking care.
Let's just get back into the car.
No can do, princess. Only the bad guys have guns, remember? Look, what could possibly go wrong? Alright, party people, let's put our hands up in the air and wave them around like we sweet Jesus.
Holt, if they don't kill you, I will do it myself.
Yeah. Promises. Hey, let's all just stay cool here. I'm a firm believer of Buddha, and like the fat man always said, first come, first serve. So we will just be out of here. Not in my face. Anywhere but in my face.
Drop your gun, bitch!
Bitch? Who the hell do you think you're talking to?
Drop it or he's dead.
In your dreams. I'm gonna wear your ears as a fucking necklace, Gato.
Don't call me Kadjo, bitch.
Then don't call me a bitch, Gato.
Put the gun down, please.
I suppose you're right.
Come on, baby, let's get out of here.
Bye-bye, Cutter.
Ah, my leg! I got shot!
What did I tell you?
Back in the hotel room, Marius was trying to remove the bullet from Holt's leg.
Stay still, I can't find it.
Ah! Of course you can't. That's the wrong leg.
And where was I supposed to know there was a hole there?
Well, that's an old hole. The new one with the bullet in it's in this leg.
Well, if you're being such a canalla, you can do it yourself.
Ah, there it is. That word again.
I mean, it's not like you haven't been shot before. Why do you always have to make such a big deal out of it?
Because every time it happens, it still hurts. Here, let me show ya.
Ah! You bastard! Bastardo!
Oh, quit you crying. Come on. It barely grabs ya. I could have done some serious damage if I wanted to.
Well, that's as far as I come, Holt. Not anymore. I won't let you continue treating me like shit.
Good. Go on then. Leave. You will be back.
Not this time!
That's what you said the last time. And the times before. Besides, who else would have you?
Plenty of men.
Wrong. Nobody. It is our bond. We are in this together. We are two of a kind.
I don't believe that anymore. People are more accepting.
People are shit. Come on, if you want to go so bad, you'll be back.
You better hope not. Because if I do, you'll regret it.
Eat one.
Excuse me, Barman. Can you help me out here? I just arrived in town and I'm looking for some friendly faces, you know?
Yeah. What is it you want?
Well, this ain't pretty obvious. Look around you, man. I mean, do you see any big titties rubbing against me? No, you don't. Now, what I need to know is, where are all the good-looking ladies, man?
Well, how many do you need? Will one do?
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, one thing led to each other, and they danced the whole night. Holt caught them all coming out of the show.
You know, fresh start, you wonder what we are. You really you can get.
I told you you'd come back.
Oh, hello.
What the hell have you been doing all day, baby?
I think you mean who?
Hey, that's my rope.
That it is.
Is that the guy you told me about?
Yes, that's him.
I expected more.
Hang on a minute. Is that your idea of great revenge? With this guy?
It is too late. This is my new partner, Norman King. So eat one.
You can't partner with one of them. Jeez, I can't even believe you let him do you. Now take another shot, Mario. You're making me sick.
You racist little prick. Maybe it's time for me to teach you some manners.
Norman, no!
Norman grabbed Paul Holt's gun in light speed.
What was that? Anyway, we belong together. There's nothing you can do about it.
Norman's hand went to the loaded automatic in his pocket as the sneering husband approached, and his face flushed red with hate and anger at the amused twinkle in Paul's eyes.
You couldn't charm her away, King. What a pity.
She said there was no use opposing Holt. She said there was nothing I could do about you. Well, there is.
Norman whipped out the gun, pressing the cold black snub-nosed muzzle against Paul Holt's chest. The sneering smile vanished from Paul's face.
There's this I can do. I can kill you.
Don't be a fool, King. Before you pull that trigger, let me tell you why it won't do you any good.
You're trying to stall me till someone sees us, Holt. Well, it won't work.
Nobody will come in this rotten hotel room. I merely want to tell you about Maria and me and our romance, how it began, everything. But
Paul Holt's eyes narrowed.
If you're determined to shoot, go ahead.
All right, start talking, Holt, but be quick.
Curiosity had gotten the better of Norman. He relaxed a bit as Paul began his story, but he kept the gun muzzle leveled against Paul's chest.
It's a strange and frightening story, Norman. It began when I first saw Maria. It was a little more than a year ago. She was surrounded by skeletons and vampires and werewolves.
Skeletons? Vampires? What in blazes are you talking about?
You see, I'd gone to visit some rich friends in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. They take me to a Halloween masquerade party. Maria was made up as a little sensuous red devil. I came as a scarecrow. I was attracted to her the minute I saw her.
No fair lifting my mask till after midnight.
But I've got to see if the face matches the figure. At midnight, Maria unmasked and I unmasked, and we looked at each other and knew. We knew what Antony and Cleopatra and Romeo and Juliet and all the other lovers down through the ages knew. Maria.
Paul?
I took her by the hand and pulled her after me through the swirling crowd of merry monsters. She laughed, and it was like the tinkling of silver bells.
Paul, where are you taking me? Stop!
I'm getting you out of here before one of these ghouls beats me to it. Outside, Maria stopped, shivering. I looked at her and she wasn't laughing anymore. Fear lurked in her eyes.
Don't talk about ghouls, Pohl. I don't like them. I'm afraid.
I took her in my arms and tried to kiss her right then and there, as you just did, Norman. But as for you, she would have none of it. Don't say no, Maria. That's what our lips were made for.
Not mine, Pohl. Not yet. We don't know each other.
I'm Pohl Holt, and you're beautiful. And now that we know each other...
If you insist on trying to kiss me, Pohl, I'll go back inside and you'll never see me again.
So, I didn't try. I could wait, although it wasn't easy. The next evening, I took her to dinner. I tried to hold her hand across the table, but she pulled away before I could touch it. Not even that, Maria?
It would start with holding my hand, and then a kiss, and then...
If you're playing hard to get, Maria, it's working. You're driving me mad.
If you're impatient, Pohl, there are other girls, much easier to kiss girls. Perhaps you better forget about me.
I'm not going to forget about you, Maria. I couldn't. I want you. I want you to marry me. There, I've said it. Marry me, Maria.
Oh, Pohl. Yes. Yes, I'll marry you. If my mother and father would give us permission, you'll have to ask them.
Maria and her parents lived in a large old house outside Port-au-Prince. When I went to see them that night, they sat stiffly across the drawing room that must have been furnished in 1880. Their attire fitted the surroundings. I've come to ask for your permission to marry your daughter, Mr. and Mrs. Harmon.
Indeed. And what precisely are your qualifications, Mr. Holt?
My qualifications? I had to control myself to keep a straight face. You'd think I was applying for a position instead of asking to marry their daughter. Why, I have quite a bit of money, sir. A good education, my own business.
Fine, Mr. Holt. But more important, would you be willing to die for my daughter?
Even his ideas of gallantry were Victorian. I suppressed my amusement and gave the answer he was looking for. I would give my life for Maria, without a moment's hesitation, sir.
Ah, then you have our permission, young man.
To my surprise, Mr. Harmon said we could be married the very next day, so Maria and I were read in that cold bleed by a local official.
I now pronounce you man and wife.
Now you may kiss your bride.
Mr. Harmon grinned, but Maria permitted me to do no more than brush her cold lips with mine. I blamed it on shyness before her parents. I ached to crush her in my arms. When the official that had married us had gone, Maria turned her face to her father. Mr. Harmon took a small silver case from his waistcoat pocket and removed a single white tablet.
Give it to him, father.
Here, young man, swallow this.
What is it? It smells funny, medicinal. Maria looked at me reassuringly and whispered,
Swallow it, Pohl, darling. It's all right. It's strychnine.
Strychnine? What? That's poison. What's the idea?
Said you'd die for my daughter.
I dropped the deadly lethal tablet and backed off. Maria knelt and picked it up and tried to give it back to me. She pressed her hand in mine. Her flesh was cold as death.
You said you'd die for me, Pohl, dear. Now you've got to. Our marriage can never be consummated unless you're like I am, like mother and father, unless you're dead.
A clammy chill crept across me like an invisible hand of hoarfrost. Numbly I moved backwards. There was a look of deadly grim determination on the faces of the Harmons as they came slowly after me.
That's That's why I never let you touch me or kiss me, Pohl. You'd have felt my dead flesh. Take the pill so you can become one of us. I love you. I want to.
No, oh Lord, no! I screamed and broke for the door. Zombies! I've married into a family of zombies! The door was locked, the key gone. I whirled, confused. My only avenue of escape was up the stairs.
Pohl, I love you. I've got to have you. You've got to die for me to have you.
No! The doors on the second floor were all locked too. For a moment, they trapped me there. Their cold, lifeless hands holding me in a steel grip, but with a strange spawn of sheer terror, I wrenched free.
Please, Pohl, please.
Oh, Lord. There was no time to think, only to run. I saw the narrow stairway heading upward, and with a wild, frantic scramble, I stumbled up into a musty, dust-laden, foul-smelling attic. I reached the one window in the junk-cramped room, threw it open, and stared down 3 stories to a brick patio. I glanced back as I climbed to the sill and saw my zombie wife and in-laws through a haze of cowbell coming for me. And I heard Marius' bleeding voice.
Don't jump, Pohl. Don't. You'll crush your body, break bones, tear flesh. I wouldn't want you dead that way.
Norman King listened in amazement to this tale of terror that poured from the lips of the husband of the woman he wanted so desperately. He looked down at the gun in his hand, the gun leveled at Pohl Holt's chest.
I guess I let them catch me. Maria talked sense. It was no use jumping, one way or the other.
What happened?
Pohl Holt grinned wryly.
What happened? Why, they killed me, of course.
They killed?
Suddenly Norman heard Pohl's smoking laughter, saw the glint of amusement in his eyes, and Norman's face flushed scarlet. He seethed with rage, his fingers tightened to the trigger.
You think I'm a fool, Holt? Do you think I believe that rot?
Believe what you like, Norman.
Norman screamed in fury. He squeezed the trigger again, and he shrieked.
I said I killed you, and I mean it. And dead, choke.
The automatic barked into the night. 4 ugly black holes appeared in Pohl's chest. They gaped dryly, burned by the powder, at such close range, but there was no blood. Norman staggered back, his face frozen in an expression of stark horror.
You are dead. I shot you. 4 times. Through the heart. You got to be dead.
I told you. They killed me, Norman. I am dead. Like my wife Maria.
Pohl Holt's cold, lifeless hands caught Norman King's throbbing throat in an icy death grip. His powerful dead fingers clamped tightly, cutting off Norman's air supply, cutting off his life.
They made me a zombie, Norman. And now if you want my wife so badly, I will have to make you one. At least then you might have a ghost of a chance.
And that's my help yarn. For the issue of the case periodical, of course, the joke was on Norman, falling for a cold babe like Mariah. But everything's alright now. Norman's been accepted into zombie society and Mariah's pawned him off on a distant cousin of hers. This girl's been dead so long, she has to keep her distance anyway. Norman's happy as an undertaker at a plane crash with her. Seems he goes for the strong type, smelling that is. And talking about strong smelling, I'll turn you back to the kid by now. Now that the Vault Keeper left, let me tell me how the story really ended.
Now, like I told you, this isn't about the color of your skin. In my world, there's only one thing to determine who rates and who doesn't. Simply put, are you alive or are you dead? Any more questions?
Bastardo! Oh, I hate it when you do that.
I thought we agreed after Cutter no more humans.
Then stop treating me like shit. I am tired, Holt. I want out.
There is no way out. Face up to it. We belong together. You want to tell me why?
Because we are zombies.
Dead right. The Walking Dead, whatever you want to call us. We're no longer part of the world out there. The living can't be trusted.
Neither can the dead. Zombies? You can stick your dick in them, but you don't want to feed them.
Let go of me! Hulk, you gotta believe me. I didn't know.
Zombies are garbage eaters.
I gotta hand it to you, bloodsucker. You are no different than us.
Blasphemy! You're kinda garbage eaters. Mindless, lazy creatures. You feed on the flesh of the dead. You feast on what we vampires throw away. Now bow to me, bitch, and show your master some respect.
What did you call me?
You gonna regret that.
A name worthy of your species.
Kiss my zombie ass, hijo de puta.
Marius shot him again. Holt broke a chair. To use the leg as a stake, Marius shoved the shotgun against his face and they started pushing him towards the window.
Not in the face. Anywhere but the face.
See, we're not so different after all.
Man, all vain as shit. Fight's over, Count Dracula. You can walk away in peace or in pieces.
Zombies, how about flying? Out we go.
Shoot the bat.
So vampires can turn themselves into bats before they hit the ground. Does that really make them different? Maybe you got a point there, but still doesn't give them the right to treat us like second-class citizens.
Exactly.
That's right. Things will be a bit different now. But we will manage. I mean, you both can't be the pretty one. Oh, poor baby. Did that shotgun hurt you?
It didn't hurt, honey.
Here, let me help you with that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, there. I will take care of you. I don't really have a choice. After all, we're two of a kind. We could move back to my parents in Haiti. What do you think?
No.
Hey, Ross. Sick zombie mask. Wait a minute. Good Lord.
It was merely half of a face, of which the remaining skull grimaced in pain, back to the kid who fainted. I guess Mariah and Holt won't be joining Jimmy's fan club anytime soon. Still, I do see a little light at the end of a tunnel for them, if Holt's new look grows on her.